Hi, welcome. This is just a brief video just to show you how to log into Blackboard and access the module documents for your scrutiny. So what we're using Google Chrome, and the URL is learning.westminster.ac.uk, which gives access to our Blackboard virtual learning environment. So the process is to use your university credentials. So this is your University of Westminster credentials, your username and password. So we're going to go from here. So notice I'm not using @westminster.ac.uk, so I'm not using my email, I'm just using my username. Then put in your password and sign in. Okay, you should be presented with a view that looks something like this stream, and what you need to do is to go onto courses. You can see which is on this left hand menu here, and for example here you can just you'll obviously have a list of modules that you would have been registered for, that you're responsible for, and you can just find them by browsing here, or you can type the name of a course. So I'll do one of the ones I look after, which is Applied Maths and Physics for Games. So search for the module that you want to have a look at, and if you then click this, what you should see is the module content. So this is obviously going to be what you'd expect in terms of learning resources. So the lectures are all here, tutorials are all here for you to inspect should you choose to. The actual module scrutiny documents are here, and it should be the same for every single module. You should see a folder called module scrutiny documents. It should show that it's hidden from students, and it also should state who the module leader and who the moderator is also. You may come across something called a module box, which is just kind of a legacy version of it, so ignore these. It should be called module scrutiny documents is the correct place. So if you click on this link, you should see the same layout for each of your modules that you need to look at. You should have some instructions on how to get access to student work and feedback, which we can cover again here. In this case, it's just a short video showing you how to access it via Grade Center on Blackboard. The pro forma is here. This is the provisional module marks. Now, most of these marks will be a report, which is been given from registry. And these are essentially split by numbers of passes, and then you can see the pass rates here, and then students which have been deferred or referred or failed as well. These don't provide any statistics at this point. They just give you the flat marks, but some of the statistics can be found in the reader's report, which we can have a quick look at as well. So that's the mark sheet essentially. Now you may get some cases where this is still an Excel spreadsheet where registry have not had time yet to put all the marks in their system, so probably most of them will look reports like this. So if we come back to the content, I'll come back to the module leaders report. We have assessment moderation. So this is you should have actually seen these already, because we sent courseworks much earlier for internal moderation, and then for external moderation. So these are really just here for reference. You will have actually seen these before, but this is just the setting moderation. In this case it's a coursework and it's an in-class test, and then there's another folder which will actually be the assessment specification. In this case it's a copy of the test, and it's a coursework for this module, and there's also a rubric which gives you an idea of to what the assessment was marked to. So let me just close these. So if we come back then to the module leaders report, you should find this. It should be more or less all titled the same. It should say the code, and it should say something like Module Leaders Annual Monitoring Report So we'll just have a quick walk through this. These documents are they're produced by the quality and standards, and what they've done is essentially they've tried to get 3 documents into one, so they can be a bit confusing. But the first part of these is just simply a record of the internal moderation. We have our own forms as well, but it more or less reflects this. And this is just to highlight which student IDs and which courseworks have been moderated and what the original mark was. And then it's for the moderator to make a comment on these. So that's the first part of these forms. The second part of the form is really intended really for your benefit. It's actually a record of what we're giving to you for the purposes of the module scrutiny as well. But you don't really need to pay too much attention to this because it's what you're already seeing at the moment. But that's there for you. Now there is some module statistics here. So this is just captured in this small table here, which gives you an idea of the mean mark from previous years and also the total number of passes. So there will be a summary of 2021 as well, but obviously we're in the first phase of this because this is obviously the results without any refer or defer. So they're a guide to the previous results, but obviously they're going to be different by the times we've gone through the refers and defers, because that's what in this case the 2018 and 1920 results actually reflect. But there's some module statistics there, and then this is just really about what else has been made available. Okay, so the third part of this form is actually an annual monitoring form, which is really intended to be completed once the whole module cycle has now actually finished. So some module leaders will have partially filled this out, but the idea of this is obviously intended for use at the annual monitoring period, and then obviously to pick up anything that we may want to take forward into the next academic year. So obviously feel free to browse these, but you will find these are probably incomplete because they're not intended for this time. But that's what they are. So that's just the module leaders report on there. So if we just go back to the content. Now we'll go through where the student work is. Obviously this is the Blackboard Ultra virtual learning environment, and like all Ultra sites, we have a part of this which is this gradebook. So once the gradebook is loading, module leaders have been told to include all the relevant assessment at the top of this list view. That should be clear from looking at the assessments as well. So in this case we've got a test and we've got a coursework. So 2 tests here because we have an adjusted version as well. So if we take a look at this coursework, this will give you this other list view, which will give you the students' names and student marks as well. And if you're interested in looking at one of these, for example, this one here, you just need to click on where it says attempt to grade or 1 attempt to grade, and if you click on that link and then click on attempt here, and then that's the coursework, and this is the rubric, which can be they should all be PDFs, and these can be downloaded for viewing. You will get cases of where it's still saying 1 attempt to grade, and this is because some modules allow for more than 1 submission. This is just in case students make mistakes when they initially submit the wrong file and so on. So what to go by is the fact they've got this, they've actually been given a score here, and then providing they've been given a score here, then there will be something that you can view there. Okay, I'll just close this. So just to mention, when you want to actually quit from gradebook, it's probably best not to close this X, as you can see here, because that will actually take you out of the whole module. If you come to this toolbar on this top right hand side and pick the first icon here, which will get you back to the course content, and that will take you back here. So the structure of these Blackboard sites will be pretty much the same in all modules. So as I say, the modular scrutiny documents are here. Lectures and tutorials and coursework will all be found here as well, and any of the additional materials, should you wish to have a look at these as well. So once you've finished with one of your modules, you can then just close the X here and then move on to the next module as required.